Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. We are back yet again for a Sunday Crypto Empire edition live stream. We're going to be talking about the Elon Musk fight for a lot of the stream today, but we'll also be looking at all of the usual things that we look at here on stream, such as the overall crypto market, trades, and what is going to happen next. But before we get into all of that good stuff, I want to welcome everybody to today's show. Big shout out to Reverend Flashback asking how I'm doing. I'm doing very good, Reverend Flashback, and I thank you for being here nice and early. Appreciate your support. Shout out to McNaz96. Shout out to New World Crypto TV, aka Sean. Thanks for being here, Sean. And Sean is saying to be sure to smash that like button. I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, Sean. Smash up that like button if you're just getting into the live stream right now. I appreciate your support. Shout out to Crypto Grady. We got Woody Herzog. We got Space Time Jim. We got Elvis. We got everybody here nice and early today. I appreciate you all taking some time out of your Sunday to be here. Let's get into the stream with our crypto market overview. So in terms of the market, nothing happening whatsoever. I went live on Friday, and in that Friday live stream, if you guys saw it, I went over a ton of coins. I went over Bitcoin and ETH. Overall, I am leaning biased bearish. I think we're going to go down and test some lower levels, but I'm not going to, let me make sure my fancy transition plays. I'm not going to go ahead and force anything right here where the price is currently, especially since it's a weekend, because nothing's happening in terms of Bitcoin and ETH right now. So overall, still kind of waiting for price to head down lower here towards 28K, 27,700. But let's not waste any time talking about the boring Bitcoin chart, because nothing is happening in the boring Bitcoin chart. Things are happening, however, on Elon Musk's Twitter account. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at that right now, because Elon went on a tear yesterday in terms of his tweets, talking about a bunch of random stuff. But the most important thing is, see if I can find the correct tweet. Here we go. ZUCK versus Musk fight will be live streamed on X. X is now Twitter, if you didn't already know. All proceeds will go to charity for veterans. That's huge. All we needed was some kind of fight announcement. And yes, this is not any official fight announcement. It's huge news. And you can see Crash right here talking about the Team ZUCK and Team Musk tokens. But regardless, if you guys were paying attention on my Friday live stream, as you guys can see, this was streamed. This was streamed 1 day ago. See them in the bottom left corner of this of your screen there, right? We were talking about this, and I basically said that these things look bottomed, and all it's waiting for is some kind of news or announcement. At the time, right, the Team Musk market cap right now, it's at 5 million. It was at like a 1.2, 1.3 million dollar market cap on Friday when I was talking about it on my live stream. It's now at a 5 mil market cap, right? So it doesn't surprise me. All I said in that stream was that we need some kind of catalyst, some kind of news, some kind of announcement, and it's going to start to fly. Lo and behold, 1 day later, Elon starts tweeting about the event, saying it's going to be live streamed. He's also saying he's training. Go ahead and take a look at that. He's lifting weight throughout the day, preparing for the fight. He doesn't have time to work out, so he just brings the weights to work, right? Elon means business right here. And then this is like a, look at this tweet reply. This is like such a normie tweet reply. This lady goes, Elon, what is the point of the fight? Is it to motivate you to work out? And Elon answers very honestly here. He says, it's a civilized form of war. Men love war. And yeah, I mean, we live for this kind of stuff. Like, who doesn't want to see this happen? Everybody wants to see it happen. And the fact that we have the opportunity to also get some kind of crypto income, if you will, you want to call it income, really, or investment returns is a better way to put it, from the fight actually happening with the big fight project here with these two tokens, it's huge, right? Everybody's going to watch this thing. Everybody is going to watch the fight. It's going to be everywhere on every social media account. Even the mainstream news are going to talk about it. And I have my kind of reasoning for that, because look, everybody seems to have forgotten that Mark Zuckerberg is a parasite who just stole people's data for like over a decade straight with Facebook, and you just sold it to the government basically and other three-letter agencies. Everybody just forgot about that, and now he's some cool guy who does jujitsu. Look, everybody wants to see Zuck get his face pounded in by Elon. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm even talking about this project. Zuck has it coming to him. He's had it coming to him for 10 years plus, right? He's literally a parasite that just stole people's data and did other horrible, horrible things that I can't really talk about on the live stream. And yeah, we all want to see his face get nice and pulped up in black and blue. That's what I want to see, at least. And then the big fight is happening here, and I'm Team Musk. So if Elon wins the fight, one person will get airdropped to Tesla, and then $1,000 each to 20 winners. And then the overall prize pot, which we can see at the current moment in time. If you guys don't know how this project works, go watch my video on it. Go to my channel here and go to this video here. Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg. These two altcoins can 100x 10 days ago. I talk about this entire project in full. But basically, there are currently $78,000 collected from the taxes, and this is all going to go to the winning team. And then some other big prizes as well. So this is heating up. With the current market cap, 5 mil, yeah, you know, it just pumped like 5x in 24 hours, but who knows how high this thing could actually go, because let's not forget, if we look at the overall crypto market cap, like there's nobody interested in crypto right now. This is the total 3 chart. Total 3 chart shows the overall market cap of all altcoins. And since the start of the year was over here. As you can see, a bunch of money entered in January into the crypto market, into the altcoin market specifically. But since then, no new money has come into the market all year long. It's literally the same exact people on crypto Twitter, crypto YouTube, all the diehards, all the people that refuse to leave crypto and go trade something else, people like you and I. We're the only people left in the market, okay? So no normies are here. No, none of your average Joes are really here at all. They're all scared of crypto. They don't want to touch it, whatever. I don't know what their exact reasoning is. But when the normies catch on to this, right, and even when just the overall crypto market conditions improve, because right now, as I just said, no new money has come into the market for like 6 months straight. It's been the same people, right? Probably the same people watching this live stream and like 10 other people just trading on chain, rotating. And it's the state of the crypto market is a bit of a complete joke right now. I will say that. It's just so boring and nothing is happening. But this is going to bring normies into it. And just when the overall market improves as well, back to my original point, a 5 mil market cap is peanuts. And then if you look at the ZUCK token, ZUCK dropped to like a 700K market cap over here 1 day ago before Elon tweeted that, right? It was at like 700K. Now it's at 2.7 mil. So that's an easy, what, 4x? About a 4x, 5x. Same thing as Elon, basically. They moved in tandem. They both went up the same exact amount in terms of percentage. So yeah, I think these things are pretty low, being that it's just like the same 10 people on crypto Twitter and crypto YouTube. Obviously, I'm exaggerating when I say 10 people, right? It's more than 10 people, but I'm trying to prove a point that there's just no new people coming into the market. No new investors, no new traders. And when that does change, right, these things are going to really pick up, in my opinion. So yeah, I think they're low. I mean, I had my bags packed, right? They were just 4 or 5x lower in price. I was talking about it here on stream, so really no excuses. That's a 5x in 24 hours. I'm not going to be some nerd that goes on my Twitter account and I'll write out a tweet. Oh, I called this on my YouTube live stream. I'm not going to do any of that. But all you have to know is that I think these things are pretty undervalued still. And I think they're going to be a huge opportunity to, you know, 50, 100 mil market cap is easy. You see garbage junk meme coins that are completely useless go to 50 to 100 mil all the time. The fact that this is an actually legitimate project, they're going to do some huge giveaways and it's just around the biggest narrative ever. It's going to go viral. I think it's an easy play for more. So this is not financial advice at all. I was talking about this when it was 5x lower in price. So you do what you want to do. But that's just my opinion on the current matter. Anyways, let me catch up with the live chat and see what's going on over here. Woody's in Scottsdale, Arizona today. Enjoy your trip, Woody. We got Romanio saying glad to be here. What's going on, Romanio? David W. Spacetime Jim says this is a marketing trick for X. Hopefully Doge will moon. Spacetime Jim, very good point you bring up there. Oh yeah, and also one more kind of tweet in regards to the fight news. This guy here is basically just a news account, just delivers updates of what's happening in the world. He wrote out this tweet saying that Elon, breaking, we already knew it's not really breaking, but he says breaking here. Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg will partake in a cage fight. According to Musk, a Zuck versus Musk fight will be live streamed on X. All proceeds will go to charity for veterans. He goes over the details that we're already aware of. Elon saying he weighs at least 300 pounds. But anyways, Elon says, if the fight is short, I probably win. If long, he may win on endurance. I am much bigger, and there's a reason MMA has weight divisions. So you do with that information, do whatever you want with that information. All I know is that there's a very good chance that it is happening. And yeah, Elon is trying to market his new platform X, and this is going to highlight the live streaming. Elon wants to make X the go-to everything super app that we all use for everything in our everyday lives. So he knows it's a game of inches. He knows that life is a game of inches, right? He started X 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago, when he was starting PayPal. It was originally called X. Elon knows that life is long. It's a long game, and it's a game of inches. And he's just inching closer and closer and closer to his vision and plan that's been in the works for like 2 decades plus right now, probably much longer than that. So very exciting time to be alive for sure. We got Michael DJI Manor saying, welcome back, Connor. Nice to see you again. Hope you're doing marvelously well. Thank you, Michael. I am. Hope you're doing well as well. Keep up the good work. Never look back. We appreciate you for all your time and hard work. Remain blessed. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Saw ADK saying, is it little early stream? No, not really. 4 p.m. over here. Not really early, not really late. Chinese thoughts on SynSwap on Based, same team Zyber swap. Price is a bit high already. Worried about a bleed down to irrelevance like on ARB. Yeah, like I was saying, Dionyse, you know, the market right now, even just we can look at the total. Really not a great environment for new projects to launch. Obviously, Base is a little bit different because a bunch of people are heading over there in search for riches with meme coins. But the way that the total market cap looks, sitting on this support level, we could crash from here like I talked about on Friday's stream, right? We could head lower, maybe back down to like 1 trill. Obviously, we don't want to see that happen, but it's just not a great time to be taking on crazy high risks. And SynSwap on Base doesn't really seem like a great play at the current moment in time to me right now. Just another decentralized exchange with farming. Those things have their place in utility, but now the market doesn't really react too well to those. So yeah, I'm gonna stay away from it. All right, so let's kind of go over some charts here and get accustomed to the market today and what we see happening during the week. Again, Musk and Zuck, these things are continuing to hold strong after Elon's tweets, and I think they're going to go much higher. But let's get back to the actual crypto market, not the meme coin on-chain 24/7 casino. Bitcoin dominance bouncing from 50%, looking like it wants to go up and retest 52% up here, and we'll see the reaction at this level. Overall, in order for altcoins to have an altcoin season, we need Bitcoin dominance to start heading back down into the sub 40% levels, right? Sub 41% back into the zone. That's when we're really going to see altcoins start to take off. But for now, it's looking like Bitcoin is going to lead the show, continue to lead the show. So as it's been for the past few months, altcoins doing nothing while Bitcoin moves. It looks like we're going to have more of the same for that. And in terms of the overall cycle, your Bitcoin halving countdown, getting closer and closer every day. It's supposed to be April 26th of 2024, which is in 254 days. So anyway, let's go ahead and I want to show you this. So after the 2017 blow off top over here, just looking at the bear market structure again, 2019 is equivalent to 2023, which is the year we are in right now. All right, start of the year is this yellow or this white dotted vertical line. Basically, this was the Litecoin halving pump we had in 2019. All right, this year, Bitcoin pumped, but altcoins did not move like Bitcoin did. Okay, so usually what happens in previous cycles after the Litecoin halving is we get the double bottom. All right, the double bottom back to retest the lows of the market. As you can see in 2019, after the halving, the Litecoin halving, Bitcoin dropped 71%. That was the generational bottom in March of 2020 when we had the obviously the huge kind of global pandemic and everything happened over here. And that was the generational bottom for Bitcoin. And then we went up, we went straight up for quite a while, for basically like a year straight. Now what's going to happen? We're in a very interesting spot, right? Bitcoin has rallied all year long. We've had essentially like a few days of pumping higher and then just weeks of sideways. You can see that in the chart. This is the weekly time frame we're looking at for Bitcoin. How it's been all year. We go up for like a few days. We go sideways for weeks. We go up in like 2 days. We pump. We go sideways for like 3 months. We pump in like 2 days. Now we're going sideways for like 2+ months. So what's going to happen next? Is 2019 going to repeat? And are we going to get that usual correction that we get after the Litecoin halving? Right? For Bitcoin, for a double bottom, you know, maybe that puts it somewhere around 20K. And I personally am leaning away from that scenario happening. I'm not really in the camp that Bitcoin is going to break below $25,000 on a correction. But something that we need to obviously have in the back of our mind is that this market is cyclical, and it does move in 4-year cycles. And if we're going to use the previous cycles as a roadmap of where we are right now and what may happen next, well, we just had the Litecoin halving in 2019. After the Litecoin halving, that's when we started to double bottom, when we started to trend down lower. And we should be prepared mentally if something like that does actually happen. Okay, you shouldn't be completely shocked and distraught if we don't just pump straight up to 46K now. Right? Have it in the back of your mind mentally that, okay, maybe it's possible that the cycle repeats the same as last time. And after the Litecoin halving, things go black, things go quiet, everybody leaves, and we start to move lower towards some kind of double bottom before the Bitcoin halving and we have our actual bull market. Okay, so be prepared for that type of scenario. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm a bull through and through. I still think 46K, 45K up here, 2022 yearly open is going to get tested. And yeah, so I'm still holding a ton of my spot bags and I'm waiting for higher. I know eventually this market will go higher. I don't know when exactly that will be yet though. Right? Nobody can time the market. Time in the market is more important. See, Reverend Flashback says, Elon knows life is long. That's why I don't believe those two guys are going to fight a real fight. They went a long way to the top. They won't risk their health in a real fight. Yeah, I understand that perspective. But same time, there's a lot on the line here, and they have huge egos. And fighting has become probably the most I don't know the statistics. Soccer or football, as you Europeans call it, is the most popular sport in the world, I'm sure. But fighting is quickly becoming the most popular sport. A lot of people are interested in it nowadays. And the thing is, like, ZUCK is, in my opinion, ZUCK is doing all of this to try and save his image, right? To appeal to the younger crowd. Because, I mean, I've been around, I saw Facebook come up, saw Mark Zuckerberg copy Snapchat with the Snapchat stories, brought that over to Instagram. Then Mark Zuckerberg tries to copy Elon with Threads. Dude, Zuck is just a copycat leech, right? He's a leech parasite. And I didn't forget, but it seems that everybody else forgot. Oh, Zuck, he's so cool. He's so cool. He does MMA and jiu-jitsu now. Like, in my opinion, he's just trying to, like, save his character and kind of rebrand himself completely from the complete snake he's been for the past 10 years. So I think it's going to happen for that reason, maybe, right? He wants to be the new cool guy to the young crowd. We'll see. But either way, I think the tokens will go up just based off of the hype alone. See, Rigoberto says, Connor, how long could we potentially go sideways or lower? There is no major news or major events happening. Any insight? So Rigoberto, I didn't see your question before, but hopefully my segment on Bitcoin just kind of answered that for you. We can definitely go sideways and lower here. The way that things look on the Bitcoin chart, we have our June lows down here right at around 25K, right? June lows, if we're going to sink down lower, I don't expect the June lows to get breached through. The June low on Bitcoin is 24,777 from current price. That is a drop of 14, almost 15%. Right, a 15% correction would be pretty healthy, and it wouldn't be the end of the world. So again, I don't see 25K breaking at the current moment in time, right? But as I have stated numerous times, if we don't end up reclaiming this range, this kind of pocket, entire range, and getting back into it, I think we head back into this area where price was trading previously in June, right? May and June, we were trading sub 27,700 quite a bit. If we cannot reclaim our range here at $29,500, well, then we're coming back into this pocket that we traded in May and June. And that's going to be probably the time to bid before we run it up to 35K. But in terms of trading right now, only two coins that I'm kind of interested in that look semi-good. Arbitrum is one of those. As you see, ARB still trying to push off from this descending channel breakout. As you guys can see, this was on Friday, broke out, retest now. Retesting horizontal support as well as the descending channel resistance trend line here. So ARB needs to hold $1.12, this entire area as support here. If it loses, cut all longs, because it's probably going to come back to like 105 down here. So if it loses 112, that's kind of your signal to abandon this trade if it loses this. But yeah, ARB looks pretty good, but it all depends on what Bitcoin does, right? If we do end up reclaiming 29,500, which is very possible for Bitcoin, right? We went completely quiet Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Really, ever since Monday's move of last week, nothing happened on the Bitcoin price chart. So maybe we open up with some firepower this week and Bitcoin pumps up above 29,500. That's going to give altcoins a boost. And I can see Arbitrum pushing off of this level at $1.12, $1.13. obvious horizontal support, obvious trend line support resistance flip happening, breakout, retest. You want to see it go ahead and pump from here. So Arbitrum looks pretty good in terms of trades. And Sa asking about Solana as well. Solana is the other coin. It actually also looks kind of decent right now. Not great, but also not the worst. So what I like on Solana is if we go to the 4-hour time frame, and I want your eyes to go to this candle, this red candle here from August 3rd. Right, the low of this candle is $22.44. So key low here, 22.44. Basically, price trading down lower. We catch a bounce from here. This was our low before the bounce. That's why we want to mark it out. And last night, Saturday evening, we swept that low, closed back above it. We push up to our breakout trend line resistance here. All right, so Solana as well is another coin that if Bitcoin starts off the week hot and it can reclaim 29,500, reclaim 30K, we could see Solana go on a bit of a run. All right, it's primed up. It's on a pretty big support level down here at 22. Trying to break out from this trend line, going back to the 23rd of July. And the target for a breakout trade here would be up here at $28 is where I would look to take profit. All right, so it's looking pretty good here on Solana. And the risk reward for this trade is a 4.6 to 1 if you target $28. So Solana and Arbitrum are two altcoins that look okay, right? Obviously, if Bitcoin just rugs us, these altcoins are going to rug too. But if Bitcoin can start out strong, a new week strong, well, then these are two coins that I would be longing. And speaking about the week and Bitcoin, I want to look at Bitcoin's weekly candle and how it stands at the current moment in time. Go ahead and take a look at that together. So weekly candle, this one here, it's a doji, it's indecisive. Closing within the previous week's candle. Or overall trading range. Yeah, no, you can't really make any judgment on a close like this, in my opinion. Indecision, which is exactly what we have in the market. You don't have to look at that candle to know that we're indecisive. Just chopping around, nothing happening. Let's see. Guilty File says thoughts on Pendle, Aptos, or Moonwell. Wondering if Moonwell still has room to pump with the base hype right now. Moonwell. I've never heard of Moonwell before you asked it to me right now. Guilty File. Is this the Moonwell that you're talking about? Market cap 26 mil. Yeah, I can't really give my thoughts on those, Guilty File. Pendle as well. Arbitrum coin, huh? Yeah, I'm not really sure about Pendle or Moonwell, but Aptos, we'll look at APT. So Aptos, let's go to the daily time frame here. Aptos is similar to Bitcoin in the sense that it's falling lower from a previous trading range, right? Aptos holding on by a thread really at the bottom of this range in this support pocket down here. So very critical spot for Aptos. I was long, but I got stopped out on this thing. On this wick down to 660. I got wicked out. So I'm not in any position on Aptos right now. If it's gonna make some kind of recovery, it needs to do it from right here. If not, it's headed back down to $6. $6. Exactly that. This lower demand zone over here. Go ahead and take a look. Our alpha trend, red. Yeah. It's not a long, it's a very high risk long if you do. So looks very bearish on the high time frames especially, and those have more weight than our low time frames. So yeah, Aptos looks kind of toast. Back down to 6. Looks to be the likely path. If it reclaims our Monday range, you can cut it for a 3% loss and go for at least a 2-to-1. So I would target 630 right at the top of the green zone. Looks pretty good. Let's see, McNaz, Connor with Hex down almost 100%. Do you feel it's worth taking a shot on long term? No, I don't. I think there's going to be something bigger or something newer, I should say. There's going to be a newer Hex, a new coin that's going to have the same kind of return. Because Hex has too many bag holders. It has too many people that got rich from it. Here's the thing. People hate on Richard Hart, right? But Richard Hart legitimately made a lot of people financially successful, financially independent. I was in the market in 2020 when Hex was fractions of pennies. And I knew about it. And I knew about Richard Hart on his videos. It's like if you believed in him before the whole entire world did, well, guess what? You got rich. If you bought Hex in 2020 or any time before that, based off of what Richard Hart was saying, all you had to do was believe in the guy and he made you rich. A lot of those people still have stakes and they still get interest. So there's just way too much selling pressure now, and especially after the big thing happened last week. I wouldn't touch it, right? There's going to be a new coin, a new Hex that it's going to give you a similar type of return. But yeah, I mean, the people that call him a scammer and all this type of stuff, like, look, if you believed in him when nobody else believed in him, he would have made you rich. It's that simple. Don't be a hater when you just didn't have the belief, when you had no conviction, and now you're salty and you kick and scream and like a little baby. Nobody wants to hear that. But yeah, I wouldn't touch it now, McNaz. I think there's going to be a new one. Maybe it will be completely different from Hex, but there's going to be a new coin that will be a better option. And like I said, Hex has too much selling pressure. Too many bag holders. And LYX, $4 to $5. Take a look at the chart. Going to $4 to $4.50 on the chart. Do I see that happening? So looking at this chart, 450 is right in here. Let's just draw some zones so we know exactly where that is. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. Basically, you have your triple bottom over here during the crypto contagion, May of 2022. You bottom out at $3. You break out, you retest here, form a demand zone, break out, come back, refill orders in demand, skyrocket, come back down, hold a higher floor. So yeah, 4 to 450 is it's certainly the most appealing level to current price. $5 as well makes sense. $5 is yellow dotted line. Yeah, I agree with that. The way that it looks, basically what happened was as soon as the mainnet went live for Luxo and you could sell your tokens again, it's just been constant selling from from the mainnet news announcement. Another one, kind of a sell the news event. We see these all the time in the market. Some really big holders of Luxo were waiting until that announcement that the LYXE token was going to be able to be converted into LYX, and they just sold everything then. And that's what's causing this huge sell-off. But yeah, the lower levels from here are $5, $4.50, $4. It makes perfect sense to me looking at the chart. Some pretty obvious, clear support levels at those prices. Hey Connor, nice to catch you live. This is Andrea Todia. Lost all my assets with BKEX exchange when they suspended withdrawals almost 3 months ago. How can this be? What can be done in this case? Have you experienced this before? Andrea, I have never experienced anything like that before. I'm very sorry to hear that all of your assets got stuck in an exchange because they suspended withdrawals. I would reach out to them. I would be reaching out to them every single day, email, phone if you can call them, but you got to get in touch with them and you got to tell them the situation. They're going to be the ones that will be able to help you out. Check out their Discord groups or their Telegram groups. They usually have a support chat in their Discord or Telegram. But yeah, you need to be reaching out to them every single day to get your money back. That's all I can say there. Good luck. I'm sorry that happened to you. Jazzy, what's up, Jazzy? Saying good to see you, legend. Appreciate that, Jazzy. Good to see you as well. Randy, what's up, Randy? Hope you're doing well. McNaz, along with Solana Arb, I feel like OP is pretty strong too. It seems to be holding up well in these times. Yeah, OP is the other one that has a lot of news right now based off of the Coinbase's base launch. And from our stream on Friday, I had lined up this short trade. Being that it looks like it looked at that time, as you can see, looked like we were going to break down. But we started to break down, and then on the retest, we reclaimed the line. So I would not feel comfortable being in this short anymore. Right? This was the breakdown, came back, but we reclaimed support, okay? So on that reclaim, that takes away that confirmation entry. You want the breakdown, then the successful retest, but we got a successful reclaim. But yeah, OP holding very strong right now. So if the market does want to push up, OP is going to go on a tear. And like I said, next target higher is going to be the $2 level. We can leave this hole here and see if it does get filled. And yeah, we'll go from there. Some of the other trades I talked about on the Friday live stream, one of them was Maker. And Maker was a short. And basically, Maker was the best looking short there was. With the bearish divergence coinciding with the sweep of the previous week high, it just kind of had multiple And also this, it just hit a Fibonacci extension level for resistance. So yeah, the short trade from our Friday live stream here on Maker is 6.6% up. So shout out to anybody that took this one, but we're approaching the targets down here at 1200 to 1100. This is certainly probably going to produce a bounce, this area. But if the bounce is faded, then it has a lot of room to fall lower towards 1000 for Maker. So I would say for sure, take profits now if you're in this trade. But manage it. Move your stop loss to break even, take money off the table, make your risk ultimately zero, and then possibly a big fall if it loses the support over here at 1100. Let's see. Uli says, can we look at HBAR? We absolutely can look at HBAR. HBAR has been a coin that is pretty silent, getting some action today in the daily time frame, which is exciting to see. Wondering what's causing the uptick in price. But HBAR right now trading in a sideways channel, or an ascending channel. So nice breakout here, and it's a nice reclaim. It's a nice reclaim of a key support resistance level. The real big level, it's this whole area. This whole area here from 5 to 6 cents is a huge point of control on this chart. This entire area that I just drew in pink. Right? And as you see, I labeled this 6.22 cents as a main support resistance flip level. That's the top of our huge key area. So for HBAR to actually get going here, not just keep on wicking into this area and then being faded back down, it needs to get above 6.22 cents and hold that. From there, it can start to move. But in terms of long term, right, HBAR is a type of coin where all you need is patience, right? I wouldn't recommend short-term trading something like this, because look at this chart, right? Most of the time it does nothing whatsoever, and also it's crazy whipsaws, crazy wicks everywhere here. Most of the time this thing is doing nothing. When it starts to move, it's going to offer good opportunities, but most of the time you will get chopped up. Just look at the wicks in both directions everywhere. It's been happening all year long, right? So HBAR is a coin where all you need is patience. Right now, below 6 cents, still an amazing entry, right? I think 60 cents is a pretty realistic target for something like HBAR in the bull market. 60 cents would be over a 10x from current price. I think it could possibly go higher, but 60 cents is a pretty conservative target for something like HBAR. You just have to be patient with it. Buying it now is probably going to be a pretty safe 10x or so. So that's my thoughts on HBAR right now. In order for it to really get going, it needs to be above 6.2 cents. ADK says Sol and Avax, which one has more potential for 2 years hold or more? 2-year hold or more, which one has more potential? So, an interesting question. They are quite similar to each other. I think Solana is probably going to give you a better return. Solana's a riskier play, but I'll say Solana over Avax. And Avax right now is just sliding away on this descending trend line. Sliding lower. I don't see this. This is probably going to act as a bottom. Notice we're right by our yearly open. Right, price started 2023 right here at $11. And we're right at that level essentially. So yeah, we're at good buy levels across the board. Whether we drop lower or not, if you have a longer time preference and you can wait 2 years, we're at great buy levels for basically everything. Minus a few exceptions. Steve Sabat says, Trucker Steve, been holding some MUSK tokens. Let's roll. Good for you, Trucker Steve. You had the cojones to go in and buy some. Most people just look at it and they say, oh, I wonder if it's going to do anything. Then a day like today comes and they like are mad that they didn't buy any or something like that. Trucker Steve, you're in the arena, my friend. You're playing the game, so shout out to you for doing that. Reverend Flashbacks is Connor. I've been training Win T-Sun Kung Fu style for 10 years, and I can tell you if Elon has just a little Kung Fu experience over your experience, your wet dream would come true. ZUCK Jiu-Jitsu is just body chests. Yeah, I think so. I think Elon is really going to pull, if the fight happens, I think Elon's going to mop the floor on ZUCK. We're going to get what we want. Do you think OP will pump around the 9th of August due to the Coinbase base launch? So we got to be a little bit careful with big announcements. We were just talking about the Luxo token and how as soon as the mainnet went live, it was a sell the news event. And I remember when Chainlink staking went live in May of 2022, big sell the news event. Most of the time, these big events, the Litecoin halving, Litecoin did nothing, just sold off after the halving. Another sell the news event. So, yeah, I mean, the market, you got to be a little bit careful. A little bit careful with the big news events coming up because they all seem to be sell the news events. So, yeah, the base blockchain is launching an OP. I need to read up on that specifics of how OP and base are separate blockchains, but OP has something to do with it. Both are layer 2s. I don't know exactly how it works, the specifics of it. But just be careful, right? When I see something like that, do I think OP will pump on August 9th due to the Coinbase base launch? I have alarm bells and red flags just ringing in my head saying sell the news basically. So maybe it pumps into it, pumps up to 2, hits this level, and then it's just a fade back down. I would be cautious with a big event that everybody is waiting for coming up. All the market makers know it's coming up, so be careful. Guilty File says, thanks Connor the GOAT. Thank you, Guilty File, appreciate that. Thoughts on MATIC, down a hefty amount, considering if I should get rid of my bag and reacquire these lows. Appreciate your channel, what you do for the community. No worries, Guilty File. So we'll take a look at MATIC. So MATIC, again, if you look at this chart, it started the year right at 50 cents. The reason it did so well and it pumped up here $2.30 was because of the Arbitrum airdrop. Right, a lot of people forgot that happened this year. right? It seems like it's some kind of distant memory at this point in time, but Arbitrum, their airdrop happened this year in like February or March. I don't even remember when it was. We saw the Arbitrum ecosystem explode, just explode completely, right? That's where we got our huge win on ZyberSwap, right? ZyberSwap exploded because of the Arbitrum hype and the Arbitrum airdrop. Now all that hype is gone, and all the Arbitrum ecosystem coins just look the exact same. So my thoughts on MATIC right now are, we have our June lows here at 60 cents. We're at 76 right now, trading in a very, very tight range. Yeah, we're entering into the boring part of the market here. It could be pretty long and drawn out, because this needs some kind of catalyst and narrative to get going again. And, you know, that could kind of take a while maybe. So it could, for months, right? For months, it could just go sideways here below $1. Anyway, back to your question. What was the question again? Should I get rid of my bag and reacquire at these lows? You're saying to sell it now to try and buy it like down here? I usually don't recommend doing something like that, especially because it's already down 66% from the high of this year, right? So you're much closer to the bottom than you are to the top. So getting rid of something when you're close to the bottom, a lot of upside, doesn't necessarily make sense, even though it could take quite a while for that upside to be realized. But yeah, I mean, maybe, like, this is a pretty intriguing candle we have right now. Volume bars up on the chart. Pretty interesting price action over the past 24 hours for MATIC. Buyers coming in hard, right? Big green candle, break a trend line, breakout volume. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty convincing move, but we'll see if it has any follow through, because the last time we got moves like this, we got one over here in July, pump right to the trend line, and we faded out. So this needs to stick. It needs to stick and get above 80 cents really. But to answer your question, no, I would not sell your MATIC now to try and buy it back slightly lower. Could work out for you, but usually that's just not a good idea. But in terms of this chart, I have no interest in touching it or trading it. Only reason this thing was exciting was because of that Arbitrum airdrop. Thoughts on Ocean Protocol? By the way, Doge, leave the Doge tab up. The Doge right now, quickly becoming like the most bullish coin in the entire crypto market cap because of Elon. So Ocean over here had a great spot win on Ocean this year, right? Buying it over here to around 23 cents, riding that all the way up. Now we're coming back to where we started. Concerning chart, right? This is the classic descending triangle pattern, where you have your lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, with that same horizontal support structure, right? We saw this in Bitcoin in 2018, November. That's when we broke through the floor of that descending triangle, and it kind of looks like it's setting up right now, just with the pattern, right? Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, pinching hard on support. It just usually falls through. So if that does happen, you have 24 cents, and then you got 18 cents here. Where we started the year on Ocean. The Ocean started the year exactly where I drew the circle at 16 to 18 cents. So that would be the level if it breaks down to wait for and to buy in. Down here around 16 to 18 cents on Ocean Protocol. Looking at the higher time frame, that's what it's saying. And again, I want to. Yeah, it does not look great at all. It's pretty bearish. Sniff says, I think move to earn tokens will come back, which is why I'm buying Step and staking it for 92%. So move to earn, all the to earn things are going to make it come back because people are lazy. They want instant gratification and they want to be able to make money from things that make 0 cents. So yeah, move to earn. In the bull market, we're going to see all kinds of stupid things that make 0 cents that pump like crazy. I cannot wait for that, right? That's the time where the easiest money ever is made, right? Move to earn, all the to earn, search to earn, all this stupid stuff, whatever. I can't wait for that time to come back when all this garbage pumps. But right now, they're not doing anything. So if you believe in that kind of stuff, it's a good time to be a buyer or investor in that kind of stuff. But in the bull market, I think I agree with you, Sniff. I think they will come back as well. Uli says, thanks for HBAR. Another question, what do you think about ZYB? It looks awful at the moment. Do you think it will survive? So, Uli, back to what I was just talking about with MATIC. We'll look at Zybe. But, you know, all the Arbitrum ecosystem coins kind of look like this, right? When Arbitrum was the best thing since sliced bread this year and they airdropped their token and a bunch of people, including myself, just got thousands of dollars airdropped to us, and you know, it was great. All the Arbitrum coins were up here. Now they're all down here for the most part. Wow, this thing was able to hold so well. I mean, still down 76%. All right, so this is ZyberSwap's competitor, Camelot Grail. Only difference between this and ZyberSwap is that the Arbitrum Foundation, like this is basically their incubated project, and it's even still down 76%. So Zybe, yeah, I mean, this thing not looking great. I wouldn't necessarily be waiting for it to come back. Yeah, I would not be waiting for this thing to come back. The entire Arbitrum ecosystem is like not doing anything, and yeah, there's no volume happening, so like it's not going to change for now, right? That chain, it was exciting months ago when they airdropped, but like, what's going to happen now? Why would anybody go use Arbitrum when you have a ton of other options for blockchains, including Ethereum itself, right? Everybody just mainly uses Ethereum anyway. So do I think it will survive? The way that it looks right now, honestly, no. It looks horrible. It looks really bad. The McNaz says, Wagme Games also just had a Sell the News event when they launched their game. There you go, another one. Another Sell the News event. I know Wagme was up huge leading into that. Let's take a look at it now. So 32 mil market cap. Yep. So a huge run up leading up to that game announcement. Now it's down around 40%. So another example of a Sell the News event. Usually when there's some big thing happening in the near future to excite you, the team and the insiders of that crypto project are going to use that date to dump on you, and you're going to be the exit liquidity. So be very careful about buying anything because of a news event coming up. We got CR08 in the building. And my favorite streamer, good day, Connor. What's up, CRO? Good to have you here. Can you please look at Energy Web token? And Sniff saying that, Sniff, I'm not really, I don't know if I agree with you there. Maybe. I don't know enough about base and what they're doing with their layer 2 and how it all works. Anyways, let's take a look at Energy Web token on the Kraken exchange. So Energy Web token, not looking great. These also tend to be some of the best buying opportunities. Reason being, on initial glance, yearly open, $2, call it $3 for simplicity's sake, for yearly open price over here. All right, we're at $2.38. So with that being said, $3 is a pretty key level, pretty key support resistance flip level. All right. This was listed at the end of March of 2020 at 50 cents. So this thing has not spent a lot of time at all below $3. In May of 2020, once it got above $3, it stayed above it until the bear market of last year. And then below $3, price creates what I call it a lake, right? Because it kind of looks like a lake when you have your horizontal level. Then if you just draw something like this, kind of looks like a body of water, right? You can color it in like you're in preschool and you're doing those drawings. You color in the water like this, right? So we're basically forming a lake below $3 again on Energy Web token, right? You can color it in if you want, whatever. But yeah, having a horrible week, right? Look at this weekly candle here that's about to close in 3 hours. For 2 to 3 months, you're marching higher, 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 and then in 1 week, all that upwards grinding is erased. So overall, yeah, I think being a buyer at the bottom end of these lakes are going to be good, and that's down here. $2, yeah, sub 240 looks pretty dang good. Right, you're buying at like the bottom of the bear market here. So if you like Energy Web token and you think that it's going to be like the big coin used by all the organizations around the world for their stuff, well, then it's a great price right now. Get your mind out of the gutter. You're looking at these and I know what you're thinking. Your mind out of the gutter there, folks. Yeah, so that's what I see on Energy Web token, Helios. At the bottom, basically. Says that Bitcoin's moving, and yeah, it is moving a little bit. This is encouraging. Again, it's great that we're now back above the Monday low, right? Monday from the previous week. We're gonna have a fresh Monday range form tomorrow. It's great that we're back above that now. We're back above this green zone, but you know, realistically speaking, we need to get above 29,500, this level, and get back into this previous range. And we're back into this range, which is okay, but you know, we really got to get back into here. So we'll see what happens. Be Cool says, any take or thoughts with F-9? I've made good gains in the past. Apologies if you discussed already. What is F-9? Not really sure what F-9 is. Be Cool. Pedo KA809. Dow KA809. Thoughts on USDT FUD? There's always USDT FUD. So probably nothing like usual. Falcon 9. Never heard of Falcon 9. Be Cool. I don't even know what this is. Falcon 9. No thoughts on this one. Be Cool. No thoughts. I don't have anything to say about this thing. Looks like it's been pretty quiet though. Maybe it makes some kind of comeback. I don't really know anything about it though to speak about it. Render. So I like the fact that it just sold off really hard right into this key level. Right, that gives me some kind of encouragement. And this top over here, $3. Literally called that top too. Who would have known that that would be like the top for the entire year? I mean, it's certainly continuing to correct. But I like this level here on the chart. I like where it is. After bleeding out for so consistent, for such a consistent long amount of time. So this level looks to be a place, especially after the big liquidity sell-off into it, looks to be a place where it could put it in a serious bounce. But with that being said, Render went crazy with the AI hype this year. It started at 40 cents, went to $3. So this has a lot of falling to do still. If it's going to be like a lot of these other altcoins and head back towards those yearly open prices of 2023. Render literally started at 40 cents down here. From current price, if it does make its way back down there, it's another 75%. So certainly in a downtrend, no debate about that. Lower highs and lower lows on the higher time frames. It's at a pretty big level though. With that being said, it's $1.60, which is why I said as soon as I looked at it, I like this level. You know, if it's gonna bounce, you know, this is a good place for it to bounce. But it's correcting and it's continuing to correct, and 128, $1. Those are also good levels, but yeah, this is a level to bounce from. on RNDR. We're gonna keep it moving right now. I'm gonna end the stream kind of soon, so I'll look at as many as possible before I end it. Theta. Good position for long term. Anna Maria. So good position for the long term. So yeah, I remember Theta was like a top 10 crypto in the bull market. Theta started at $3 or 3 cents. Went up to like $10. Peaked at 15. I mean, what, it was the craziest run, really. People totally forgot that this happened. I remember checking my CoinGecko and seeing Theta for top 10 in the market. Now I'm back down to 3, huh? I think anywhere sub 75 cents is going to be great long term, Anna Maria. I really do. Anywhere sub 75 cents. Going to be great prices. 60 would be good. $40 to $50 would be great. But if you're a long-term value buyer, like this is where you definitely, if you haven't started already, this is where you start buying it. Right, and exercise some discipline and patience and have to put a plan together. Right, maybe let's use some hypothetical numbers. Let's say you want to put $10,000 into Theta for a long-term investment. Right, let's say, just to make an initial position, you understand that it's down like 95% from its highs. Let's say you put half of your 10,000 in right here at 73 cents. So that means you have $5,000 to invest. So that means you can put 1,000 in at this level at 60, another 1,000 at 42.5, another 1,000 at 25 if it comes here. Then you have another 2,000. Right? You can also buy it on the way up too, right? So let's say it starts going up, and you can put another 1,000 in, another 1,000 in, then you put all your 10,000 in. Instead of doing one lump sum at the current price, you're able to basically get a lower average cost by being patient, having a plan, and buying it when it goes lower with that said plan. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, these are great prices right now. Not financial advice, I will say that though. For educational purposes only. All right, getting a ton of late requests here. We've been going for an hour and 15 minutes. It's time to wrap up this live stream. I hope you guys did enjoy the stream. Remember, smash that like button if you guys haven't smashed the like button already. Also, subscribe to the channel, Crypto Empire, if you're not already subscribed to the channel. If you're looking for an exchange to trade these altcoins on and you're wondering where I do my trading, I use Bitget. You can sign up to Bitget using the link down in the description below. And when you do use that link, you get a ton of sign-up bonuses, deposit bonuses, as well as discounts on your trading fees. And look at this guy. He's from some kind of TV show that everybody watches or something like that. Adam Devine or whatever. Looks like Bitget's trying to appeal to a younger crowd nowadays. But anyways, Bitget's my exchange. Go ahead and check him out. If you guys do want to join the Crypto Empire Premium Discord group, go to cryptoempirecode.io, hit join Discord at the top. You can find all the information to join the Discord here on the official Crypto Empire website. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Spent a lot of time talking about the Elon Musk fight versus Mark Zuckerberg. That's going to be the most exciting thing to happen this year or next year. It will go viral, and the ZUCK and MUSK tokens will also skyrocket. Hypothetically speaking, not financial advice, from that fight actually happening. So I'm excited for it. I'm Team Musk. I can't wait to see Elon just dominate Mark Zuckerberg and give him what he has coming to him. But I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. This is Connor from Crypto Empire signing off. I'll see you all in the next video. Have an amazing rest of your weekend. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of your support. You guys are the reason of why I keep doing this, why I keep coming up here every single week and going live and making videos and all of that stuff. It's all for you guys. So thank you very much. I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for being here.